Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Baldur's Gate 2. We are in the Watcher's Keep, second to final level, perhaps? Assuming that this leads down rather than, like... I suppose even if it was a teleport or someplace else. But I suppose it could summon the thing here.
It will be
I don't
done.
know. Actually... There's a couple things that we do need to put back up. Get that up.
Yes?
There we go. Right, gameplay. Let's put it back on core rules for now. Auto pause, end of round, that's fine. Okay.
Certainly.
You turn the wheel and the portal is opened. Oh, yeah, it is a portal. Alright. 20,000 quest experience points. Yoshimo is leveled up. Level 22. Put more points into pickpockets. I don't know, we seem to be able to do everything else that I want to do with him just fine, so... Maybe I'll go on a pickpocket spree when we get back to town. Alright, 110 hit points now. The path to the crypt of the Imprisoned One is now open. Alright, what's the worst that could happen,
Without
right?
doubt.
You dare to approach, mortal.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if you had any pizza. As you step into the chamber, a feeling of palpable power washes over you. You get a sensation that something has turned its attention toward you, gaining an alien interest in your presence that forces your insides to clench reflexively. You do not see anything physical within the chamber, but you feel its presence all around you. A phantasmal hand brushes your cheek, a curious gesture that startles you and is gone just as quickly. Well, it's an affectionate Imprisoned One.
I sense something here, a presence. It's so powerful I can't sense anything else about it at all. Bearvan, preserve us.
The presence then moves away slightly as if considering. You hear it speak within your mind. Its speech, however, is not in words. It is a mix of indecipherable emotions that burn across your brain, leaving an impression that is clear. I am the Imprisoned One. You intrude upon my solace, mortal. Oh, well, you want to, be imprisoned, huh? I meant no disrespect, Imprisoned One. I was sent to perform a task, that is all. That task may be to murder you. Impressions again flood through your mind. It knows why you have come and warns you that you will join it in its imprisonment unless you are smarter than those who sent you. Smarter than the Knights of the Vigil? Explain yourself. Why would I be imprisoned? Low power suddenly thrums throughout the room as the presence gains a measure of respect for your willingness to listen. Faint anger and outrage flood through you, directed towards something other than yourself. It is simple, your mind interprets. You are being deceived. Another image forms in your mind, and you recognize dour men in armor, and further behind them lurks a sinister purpose. Hellmites, you are told, the Knights of the Vigil. There is bitterness and anger in the presence, as it conveys its, unjust imprisonment by a sect who do not worship Helm at all, but secretly take succor, almost mispronounced that one, from Helm's darkest enemies. You are told that this is why the Imprisoned One is kept here, to keep their secret. Echoes stir in your mind as it asks why you think the Knights would send you into this place instead of coming themselves. You are told to ask yourself what will occur when the seals are strengthened. Impressions of amusement swirl as you are asked if you believe the holy symbol will truly let you leave then. If that is so, then I shall deal with you directly. Show yourself so I may end your existence. I too wonder about their motives. What do you propose? You're merely trying to dissuade me from reading the scroll. Why should I trust you? The knights have given me no reason to be suspicious. An alien chuckling rings through your head as the presence draws closer. It smells murder on you and names you the spawn of Baal, a being to be feared. What better a pawn for the false Helmites to send for this task? Why imprison only one dangerous being? Why not imprison two? I shall read the scroll then. I trust you less than anything else. Presence reels from your mind with disdain and outrage, settling to amused acceptance. It calmly tells you to read the scroll of the false Helmites, but warns you not to be surprised if the results are not what you expect. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I have the power of going back in time, so it's fine. All of the impressions in your mind become more vague as it withdraws from you, waiting for you to commit your act. Now I have to find this scroll. What did I do with it? There it is. The currents in the room waver as feelings of resentment laced with amusement wash over you. You interpret the sensations as the Imprisoned One's congratulations. The seals are renewed. It tells you to attempt to exit now, and to come back to it when you fail. 80,000 quest experience points.
Quickly and precisely.
So we got some stairs over there. Yeah. Yeah, they're both gone.
You dare to approach, mortal.
The presence dances about you with amused chitters. It knows that the exits are closed to you now. Ballspawn and Imprisoned One together, two dangerous entities locked away for the price of one. Perhaps now you are convinced that the false Helmites intended this all along. Alright then, what do you propose? The presence is now far more intent, hope seizing upon opportunity. You have been deceived, you are told. You know that now, deceived by the unworthy false Helmites, just as they imprisoned it. It wishes to be free, and it also wishes revenge. More images flood in, telling you that the Imprisoned One has been slowly marshalling its power to free itself, a process that would take an eon all told. But it has enough power now to open the smallest of holes in the seal. Not enough for it, but enough for you. Pleased images swirl in your mind, telling you to go to the Knights of the Vigil and tell their leader that the Imprisoned One is destroyed. Then it may have its revenge. With his death, it will be free, and it will reward you handsomely. Indeed, various fleeting images hint to you that it has knowledge of how to unlock the powers of Baal within you. Very well, I'll do this. Like this thing would be lying to me, right? The presence is pleased and hopeful that you will keep your word. An image... An image forms in your mind that you are to leave through the door on this level. The Imprisoned One will ensure that the seal is clear for you.
Without hesitation.
Okay. Which one goes where? Alright, that goes back there.
This will not take long. If it must be done.
That one comes out here. That is now open.
It will be done.
I mean, we could just leave him in there.
return. We sensed that the lower vault had been breached. What has occurred? Did you not cast the ritual?
Well, I cast the ritual all right. Imagine my surprise to find myself entombed along with your Imprisoned One. But if you are here, that means the Imprisoned One is destroyed? No, Helm's mercy, no! To destroy him is to free him, to send him back to the Abyss. Elmendreda, tell me it is not so! The Abyss, eh? Just how much did you not tell me about this Imprisoned One? It is true, Elmendred, I deceived you, for I believed it was necessary. But if you have destroyed the Imprisoned One, then all is for naught. He will be free, and Helm's wrath shall be great. Come, my brethren, we must venture into the lower vault now that the ball spawn has cleared the way. We must see for ourselves if the Imprisoned One is truly dead or not. You knew not what you did, Elmendreda, so your foolishness can be forgiven, I am sure. Farewell to you. Let's move in.
Ah, a child of Baal. So the time has come for thee already, has it? How sad that it is mine own brethren of this time that have fallen so far from the Helm's path.
Hi.
When Helm came to us so long ago, we could not refuse our duty. I, and many of my brethren, gave our own lives willingly to guard this place. A task now almost finished.
Okay.
The brother Odrin has shown cowardice and dishonesty in his dealings with thee. In the eyes of Helm, his fate is sealed. Will you aid a knight of the Vigil true?
Forget it. I have had my chain jerked around quite enough today, thank you. Or why should I trust you? You could be trying to manipulate me just like Odrin. What is it you need? What is it you need?
The knight Odrin has not been honest with thee. Thou knowest this. The ritual repairs the old seals, trapping the Imprisoned One, as well as the one who reads the ritual.
Yeah, so I noticed.
Odrin intended it be thee to sacrifice thy life, rather than make his own sacrifice willingly. He also failed to tell thee the scope of the evil that lies within. The Imprisoned One is Demogorgon, Prince of Demons.
Well, that would be kind of difficult because Ixazatchidal still get their spells. He's actually a god now. He's still the Prince of Demons, he's still Tanari, but he's actually a god.
Odrin cannot win in the battle below against the demon. The ritual is Odrin's. With his death, Demogorgon will be free to leave the Watcher's Keep. Imagine, if thou willst, what such a creature would do then.
Oh, I can imagine. I wrote up Demogorgon as a deity. What do you propose, then?
Thou hast three options. One is to leave. I cannot deny thee this right. The second is to rescue Odrin below. Thou dost owe him nothing, it is true, and battling the prince is a deadly task. Should the Prince of Demons be destroyed, he is returned only to the Abyss. This is better, however, than freeing him loose upon this land. A third and better option is also possible. Helm the All-Seeing has granted me a scroll, a version of the ritual you carried before, but this is Helm's own. It may be used to seal both Odrin and Demogorgon within, and you need not enter the keep to do so. A demon prince is not to be taken lightly, Elmendreda. Perhaps it would be best to seal this creature in its prison without facing its wrath. The natural order will scream in protest should this demon prince be allowed to walk freely through the realms. To preserve the balance, we must imprison the creature, or send it back to the Abyss. Take this ritual scroll as the Watcher's apology to thee, child of Baal, for the disobedience of his followers. The choice, however, is still ultimately thine. What dost thou wish?
None of this has anything to do with me. I'm leaving. Is there a reward for this, or should I be acting out of the goodness of my heart? I won't leave Odrin to Demogorgon's mercies, despite what he's done. I would prefer to destroy Demogorgon myself. He cannot be allowed to remain here. Why don't you just use the scroll yourself? I will seal the keep with Helm's scroll, if that is his wish. I would prefer to destroy Demogorgon myself. He cannot be allowed to... No. I won't leave Odrin to Demogorgon's mercies, despite what he's done.
Thy compassion has merit, Ball child. I shall entrust Helm's scroll with thee regardless, should you decide to alter your decision. Take the scroll, and should you wish to use it, do so out here in the open outside of the prison. Read it aloud, and thou art done. All entrances to the prison will be sealed. Go with Helm's blessing, child of Ball. Be safe, and be wary of thy destiny.
So I got Helm's Scroll, 25,000 quest experience points. I don't know if doing certain other options would be getting me more experience points, but Minsk and Jahara can level up. Over 3 million, which I did learn is what you need to get those special powers that Elmandretta already got. Just 3 million total XP. Which is a little bit weird, and it does mean that multi-class characters are by far the best for that sort of thing. Alright, level up. Okay. I can get another proficiency slot. I actually don't have higher with 2 weapon style. Well, let's see. 1 Thaco, 3 hit points. That's it. Alright, were there any other weapons that I really wanted him to know? Halberd would be good because of that halberd that I have, but He's got mace, which I don't really use on him. 2-handed weapon style. -2 bonus to speed factor. I think that's probably worth it. Let's go with that for now. And Whirlwind Attack. I think that's good. And Jahara. That's going to be enough for you. So you'll get some no weapon proficiencies. Again, I can't see what your level up stuff is. Okay, so, we have different things available. Energy Blades. Quest spell. An Energy Blade is a discus made of pure energy. The disc gives +10 to Thaco, and when thrown does 1d4 +5 missile damage, as well as 1d10 additional electrical damage. The spell creates 1 energy disc per level of the caster, and sends the caster's attacks to 9 as long as the discs are held. So, we'd be looking at, what, like 15-ish of these? 15d4 plus, good lord, 75, plus an additional 15d10. That's a lot. Storm of Vengeance. Casting the spell causes the earth to shake and the heavens to boil with blood and energy. All enemies of the caster are struck down by acidic rain, earthquakes, and lightning. All enemies of 8th level or lower are slain instantly. The survivors are struck by acidic, poisonous rain and lightning. The storm lasts for 3 rounds. Each round, victims suffer 1d6 electrical damage, 1d6 fire damage, 1d6 acid damage. They also have a chance to be poisoned in the first round. Elemental Summoning. 2 16 hit die elementals. Earth, air, or fire. No water. An elemental stay for 1 turn will obey the caster as long as they remain. There's a 10% chance that a randomly chosen elemental prince will be summoned instead. Oh. Chan, Sunas, or Zaman Rule. Considering Zaman Rule is currently hiding from Imix, it seems bad. just saying. Druids having a more powerful link to the elements can cast a stronger version of elemental summoning. And that actually summons one of the princes. That might be a really good idea to get, because, like, Viconia won't get that. Globe of Blades. These whirl and flash around the caster, creating a dangerous barrier. Any creature attempting to pass through the barrier suffers 10d10 points of damage. Creatures within the area of the barrier, when it is invoked, are entitled to saving throw versus spell at -2. So it's basically just a more powerful blade barrier. Summon Diva. Summon Fallen Diva. Implosion. I don't know how strong a Diva is in this game, so I don't know. Spell creates a rift in the earth beneath the target, which implodes and closes in upon itself, crushing and burning the target and holding it for 1 round. Spell does 10d10 fire damage and 10d10 blunt damage. A victim can save versus spell for half. Seems nice. Mass Raise Dead. Brings up to 5 party members back to life and heals 3d10 plus 1 hit points per level of the caster. They can regain the rest of their hit points by natural healing or create curative magic. The spell restores life to dwarves, gnomes, half-elves, halflings, elves, half-orcs, and humans. So it's more like mass resurrect, unless it reduces their constitution. Aura of Flaming Death. Spell causes a caster to be enveloped by an aura of intense flame that both injures opponents and protects the caster from damage. This shield not only grants the user 90% fire resistance and an armor class bonus of 4, but also protects her from attacks made within a 5-foot radius. An opponent that hits the caster with any weapons or spells within this radius. I guess that means that it would have to be like a touch-based spell or something. 2d10 plus 2 fire damage. 1 round per 2 levels. In addition, the intense heat protects the caster from all non-magical weapons, melee, or missile. Fire Elemental Transformation. Harnessing the power of fire, this powerful shape-changing ability allows a druid to become a 24-hit die Fire Elemental. AC -5, Thaco 2, 1d10 normal, 1d10 fire damage. And it does some healing. Some good things. I'm definitely... I think that I'm going to go for the Elemental Summoning and the Greater Elemental Summoning. Why not summon one of the Princes of Elemental Good in this case? I wonder if Cryonax is in the... I wonder if you get this... Well, okay, no, Druids wouldn't be able to get this. Would an evil character get this? And these should be... They should not be... Well, I guess it doesn't say what sphere it is. What spheres it is. I mean, I like the idea of energy blades, but... Yeah, this one has spheres. Which I'm not sure why she would get, but... Oh, whatever. Okay, 4th, 5th, and 7th level spells, 2 hit points, 1 lore, 1 Thaco. Sounds pretty good. Let's see. Harper's Call is basically just a Raise Dead. Let's get True Scene. And 7th... Greater Elemental Summoning. Alright. Might as well. Okay.
What is it?
Let's work our way back down. Oh, I guess I need to go back down this way.
Certainly.
Okay, let's just go in and see what happens. We've got just a few minutes left in this video. Sister Garlina, Vigil Knight, Brother Pole, Vigil Knight. Aw.
Direct me as you will.
That's not nice. Got a flail out of this, though.
Demogorgon is free. Death my scepter and pain my crown. The Prince of Demons will lose sweet destruction.
White-hot images sear across your mind. The truth of them is no longer cloaked from you, and the filth of the evil and hate that was hidden is sickening. One thought becomes dominant over all. Yeah, it seems bad. I don't actually know how tough he is. I mean, in this.
You will fall by my hand.
So Odrin isn't dead. Ah, some Marliths. Nice. Lovely. Summon the Infernal Host. So he's got Aura of Flaming Death, which seems bad. Stone Skin, Globe of Invulnerability. I don't know if I have anything that can get rid of that Aura of Flaming Death. Protection from magical weapons on the Marlith. Protection from magical weapons on the Marlith. Yeah, and True Sight. Well, you know what? Let's at least find out what items we got. 36 fire damage from Demogorgon. Cast Implosion. I'm held. I'm gonna die real soon.
Faster than Chitika fastball.
She's really, really fast. Okay. Yeah, so that's a thing.
Boring, boring, boring.
I guess I'm not gonna get that, that crossbow. It's fine. I hope there wasn't anything else that I wanted that I was thinking about buying off of her. Probably not, but oh well. Anyway, let's go ahead and call it an episode. When we come back next time, I honestly don't know what can take down those spell defenses there. And I'm quite sure that, like I ramped up the power of Demogorgon's avatar when I did his deity entry. He's in Monster Mythology, DMGR4 Monster Mythology. That's just an avatar. That's not him himself. He's a god now in 2nd edition. I think they changed him to not be a god in 3rd edition later, but whatever. In 2nd edition, he was a god, a lesser god. Yeah, lesser. And I ramped up his power in my write-up. But I would not be surprised if he is way more powerful in this. At least in some ways. I mean, the fact that he had that implosion spell, the fact that he had that aura of flaming death thing, that kind of tips the scale in a lot of ways. I'm not sure what we can do about that. Gonna have to do a lot of breaching. That's for sure. Anyway, for now, we'll call it an episode. See you next time, everyone.